Hello there, this is Rom Wills coming back at you with yet another video. Some women just want a man's lifestyle. Some women just want a man's lifestyle. Now, too many men get caught up in thinking, oh, well, if I have money and everything, you're just a trick then. You're just a trick if a woman's just dealing with you just by how much money you spending on you. But any man can be a trick. And that as long as he got the money to spend on a woman or, whatever she wants, she'll deal with him. That's a trick. But then there's another type of guy she'll deal with. And it's usually a guy who has a lot of money, but he has a certain lifestyle. And the woman might be more attracted to the lifestyle than his actual money. In fact, he might have to spend very little on her, but she wants that lifestyle. She wants to go to those fancy restaurants and everything. And indeed, she might even marry him based on that lifestyle. He might have that big old home or driving those nice cars and everything. She's more interested in that than the person. She'll deal with that. Now, some guys will say, well, how can she have sex with that guy? Remember what I've said before. And let me shout out Cousin T-Taw. He said this, sex is like a handshake for many women. Sex is like a handshake. Indeed, he said that for all women, really. But, whatever, however you want to interpret it. Now, you get many women, they realize, hey, you know what? They can go through the motions with any guy as long as he's keeping them in that lifestyle. When a woman is asking, like you got some women out here blatantly asking for guys making six figures. It's not even so much always about the money or buying her presents and stuff, but how he's living. Like you'll get some women, they might come from a poor environment and they want to be in a richer environment. They want to be in a situation where the man can keep all the bills paid. They don't have to worry about their lights being turned out or off or something. And then even when you talk about some millionaires, some of the women dealing with them, they want to be able to travel. They want to be able to go, be able to buy stuff at like expensive malls and stuff like that, expensive stores. And that's what they're looking at. They're not really looking at the man's character or anything. And they'll deal with that man for years. In fact, you get some women, they'll have a baby with that man. Though I would highly suggest he does a DNA test, because the women like that, they'll cheat with the man that they are mostly close to. Because sometimes you get a situation where, yes, that man is making a lot of money, but he's also not around as much. And she just, like I said, she just want that lifestyle and everything. And a man has to be careful with that, especially a man, you got an upper tier lifestyle, you have to be careful with the women. Even if you're not trying to be that, you're not trying to be that trick or anything, that woman might still be dealing with you because you are, you're a high level professional or something. When you got some places like some clubs, maybe cigar lounge or bistros or something like that, the women who will come to those places, they looking for men with those lifestyles because that's the lifestyle they want to live. And, they ain't so much attracted to the man as they are attracted to the lifestyle. And yeah, like I said, they can have sex. That's not a big deal to like those type of women. And they can like scream appropriately or whatever they have to do, even pop out a child for the guy. And indeed, some cases they already had a child, but they know how to like stroke that man's ego because they want to live in that certain neighborhood. They want to live in that type of house. They want to be able to travel and everything. And it's business, especially if they marry that man. It's business. And I've said that before. Marriage for many people is just business. In fact, marriage period is really just business. Yeah, you can love them all you want, but you got to think about the business aspect. And you get these women, they're like, well, you know, they don't want that struggle love. You get some of them talking about that. They don't want to struggle. Yeah, they might love that person, you know, turned on sexually by that man, but they don't want to struggle. And they looking for a certain lifestyle. They looking for certain cars or something. Like you got some prank videos that have women going crazy over a man. The man trying to talk to them, and they like, no, 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 until they see the car the man has. Now, those are prank videos, but that's a reality too. That is a reality. I've seen women, they wouldn't show an interest in a man until they find out what he's doing. All of a sudden, they interested, want to talk to him or something. They still not interested in that man. They interested in his lifestyle. And you have to be careful with that. One of the things I've known, like some men who did have that six-figure lifestyle, did have like that fancy car or something, when they went on dates, they'd drive a hoopty. They'll drive that bum car. They wouldn't let a woman know exactly everything about them. And they would be testing out a woman. They would be testing her out. And a lot of women fail that. See, a smart woman, she'll just go along with it. But then a smart woman has already checked you out. See, even if you on social media, one thing I would say, if you're a man, you got social media, don't be one of those men showing like your car, your house, and all of that. Don't be showing what you actually have, because you don't know what type of women are out there. Let them think whatever. If they think you broke, hey, that's when you know. That's when you know if that woman still want to deal with you and she's like, hey, let's build together, okay. If she's sincere, okay. But then you got a lot of women out there, they're not sincere. Nah, they want to know, shoot. And shoot, I know somebody working in the airline industry. He said those flight attendants, they be checking out some guys. They be looking up those guys riding in first class and everything. You get some women, there's a lot of women who do that. That's not who you want to deal with. That's not how you want to deal with. Because one thing, you want to be that man who's doing well. Yes, you want to be successful, but you want the person with you not being attracted to you because of your lifestyle or what you could provide or where you live in. You want that person to be attracted to you for you. And you got to remember that. You got to remember that. You got to remember that. Now, some guys will say, well, you know, I still want that fine woman. Well, does that fine woman want you? Do you want a situation where you had to double back home? There's been plenty of millionaires had their women cheating on them because the women were just, they wanted that lifestyle, but they still wanted that guy they really wanted, who probably don't have half the lifestyle that that millionaire has. And that happens a lot. Indeed, if there's a baby pops out or something, I would highly recommend a paternity test. That's how deep it is. That's how deep it is. So you want to think about that. Like I said, it's not all women, of course, but pay attention to those women who seemingly want that lifestyle, seemingly don't show any interest in you until she see you driving that fancy car, or she find out you live in that little mini mansion. Pay attention. Pay attention. This ain't saying don't get those things, but pay attention. And like I say, you get some guys, they'll be slick about it. Because I've known some guys, or they'll have that big old house, but then they'll get a small apartment somewhere in the hoopty somewhere. Because they know, all right? So anyway, that's all I have for right now. Really think about that, especially y'all successful men, okay? Really think about that. Does she want you or does she want your lifestyle? All right? Anyway, I'll talk to y'all. Peace and blessings.